Glenn Parker High Vibration Foundation. Thank you very much for joining me. So the disruptions in the force are calming down today. Yesterday I was, yesterday I was ready to cry. And I probably would have felt better if I just wouldn't and let myself break down and cry. But so I went up to pick up my car, had $1,000 of cash in my pocket, went and cashed this check that was sent. Have the rest in my account from a gift, and to be able to pay insurance and pay that. And Bob's your uncle should leave with the car, have keys. Went did my test drive and all that, and got back, gave him all the paperwork, made it a nice little folder like I was giving a presentation for a contract for thousands of dollars. And it was one little thing that they were nitpicky over, and well, there was a couple things, and they wanted some weird stuff, and go to the bank and print them in this way and that way, and I went and tried to do that, and I'm like, this is work. This is not synchronicity. This is not a simple, joyous process. And 25% interest, 24.99, 25% interest, no lube, $400 a month car payments on a $12,000 car. And that really, at this point in time, it would be nice if I had $12,000 just to buy a $12,000 car, but I don't see a point to pay over double for a car because I haven't had financing for a little while and I haven't had a car for a little while. So I texted them this morning, like at about 8 o'clock, when I was getting some other things done. Had personal communication with the salesperson. It's a nice guy. I just get to as a professional courtesy, X-nay on the car, nay, so sorry. I'm just going to go buy a car. I'm going to buy a car that I have the money for, that would be reliable. I called Pep Boys today. It was like $25 to have like a 45-minute inspection, 30-minute, 45-minute inspection, to go through the car with a fine-tooth comb. And I looked on Auto Trader, I'm like, they're overpriced, even for a private party. And I was looking through Craigslist, and I'm like, oh, for 2,500 to 3,000 is the magic number. And I have 2,000, and I'm arranging for more, just to get to that 2,500 to cover insurance and all that. I might be able to squeeze the 2,500, but I don't want to just deplete everything that I got and not have gas money and stuff like that, in off to the side. So I reached out to a couple people. This feels a lot better. There's no monthly payments. The insurance would be a lot cheaper. And the two people that gave me money in the way of a loan, I could pay them back very aggressively. Or, with a $400 car payment, $100-something for insurance on this other car, it's like, yowza. It's not that bad, but that's just not a necessity now. So I decided during this process, and I'm like, bah humbug. I'm like, it just feels so much like work, and that is telling you something, because it's just not lining up. It's not synchronistic, and this feels much better. Buy something from a private party, the little lady from Pasadena, ideally, and take it in for an inspection, have it gone over with a fine-tooth comb. And if there's simple things, if there's $300, like a belt and this and that and the other thing that needs to be changed out, negotiated off the price with the person. It's like, well, I don't mind fixing that, and I have a list here of what needs to be fixed, and I know where I can go to get it fixed. But if you want to sell it, and then I've been checking, the prices online compared to the Kelly Blue Book and some of the other ones out there, to make sure what you're buying is in line with market value. And that's the direction we're going, and that certainly is possible. One more phone call today, somebody said, well, if you need a little bit extra, then we could send you a little bit extra. I'm like, oh, like $500 or $1,000 to buy a $3,000 car. And that's a sweet spot, and it's not low mileage, but it's not 187,000 miles. But it gets from A to B. It's checked out. If it needs some work, then, it's not usually major work. And even a tranny nowadays is $1,000 to drop a tranny in. So, and then the car is good forever, because unless there's something bad with the engine and the mechanic was, just a total screw up, then cars, you know, in the old days, $100,000, 100,000 miles on a car, so the game was over. Now, not so much. Cars nowadays are a lot more hardy. You know, the tranny is really the only thing. Tranny and the engine, as long as it can go through a rigorous inspection, I'm feeling pretty comfortable that, and that actually feels nice not to actually have to worry about car payments and to still be able to go out the front door and go, yay, and go off into the great blue yonder, so to speak. So that is the direction that I'm going, and I did actually tell the salesperson, sorry, no sale for you, in a very nice way. I'm like, you know, I'm just going to let you know that this, you can write this one off, you know, to give you $1,000 and to have, you know, like for a $3,000 car, you know, in, what is that, 8 months or whatever it is, 7 months, that would have been my car payments, and then I still would have had like 4.5 more year car payments on the other loan for the other car. And you could refinance it, you know, 6-9 months, you flip it over and whatnot. But what I'll do instead is I'll get a couple secure credit cards and build up my credit. And the next time I go on with a car, it'll be one that's paid off, have it as a trade-in, and my credit will be at a place where it won't be 25% interest. It'll be in the teens or down into below the 10% marker into like the 7s or 8s. Yay! And you know, that's not so bad to finance like a $12,000 car and have a couple $100 payments. That's good for building up credit and whatnot. So that is the direction I'm going. So thank you all for putting up with me yesterday. And I'm like, it was emotional release day, and very shortly I've actually reached out to a couple people. I'm saying, hey, if you're willing to go, I'll pay for an inspection. I want to drive the car first and see, you know, visually how it is for me. And if you're willing to do that, you know, come and let me test drive it and spend some time to do a vehicle inspection, provided that I can, you know, see well out of it, we'll do a vehicle inspection, then you might have just sold your car. Yay! So, almost there, boys and girls, almost there. I think I was a little too determined. Like, I'm used to, like, getting it done. It's like, oh, it needs to be fun and relaxed. So, that is the agenda from here on out, is fun and relaxed. So, there we are, boys and girls. That's what I wanted to share. I just wanted to get that out there and give you a status update. And very, very, very shortly, there should be a car right out there. I'll be able to see it from this window. And it will be mine. Well, technically it'd be mine, but you know, pay a couple people off, and then it will be mine. So, thank you very much for joining me, Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. Coaching life, business, and spiritual. Also retreats, boys and girls. Don't forget retreats. It's very important to spend time with like-minded people to forward your vibrational agenda. Down below in the description, there are tons of things going on. Links to different websites, personal email address, points of contact, all kinds of things. Check it out. Follow the one that feels the best to you. And if you do like this video, please do like, subscribe, and share. Share the crazy person with the rest of the world. Yay!